Today I have 5 quick and easy fall DIYs for you, all under $5. This project is a fall arrangement. I'm using this thrifted vase that I already had, and I'm using some of Dollar Tree's fall florals. These are a couple of the different colored eucalyptus stems, and then I'll also be using a few of these other fall items that they had in stock. Now I am using 2 of these peonies from Dollar General. I believe the peonies were $6 for the bunch, and I'm using 2 of those. If you wanted to use florals from your own yard, this project would be absolutely free. This video is part of a monthly playlist called 5 Under $5 Challenge, hosted by Missy, Emily, and our guest host this month is Linda. So be sure and check out their channels listed in the description box below, as well as the playlist, for some incredible fall inspiration. For this project, I will be starting with this embroidery hoop that I found at Goodwill. I'm going to be using some of the jute twine from Dollar Tree. I'm going to tie it around the middle of the embroidery hoop, and then I'm just going to keep wrapping it around the center of that hoop. You could secure this with a little bit of hot glue on each side as well. Now I'm going to be adding in some sprigs of Dollar Tree florals. And this completes this cute little fall wreath. Project 3 is going to be a half sphere that can sit on top of a stack of books or a candle holder. So I'm cutting the styrofoam ball in half, and then I'm adding some hot glue and some Spanish moss. As I'm sure you know, Spanish moss is very messy, so I have this tray here to catch any of the bits and pieces that fall off. I'm going to cover that entire half sphere with the moss. Once I've got it covered, I'm going to go back with my scissors and give it a little bit of a haircut. If I see some bald spots there, I'm going to use those scraps and just cover those spots up. Now I'm going to kind of stick something in there to make a hole so that I can put pieces of florals into the styrofoam. You could use hot glue as well, but I thought I might want to repurpose these florals, so I did not do that. Now I'm going to be adding some pieces of eucalyptus as well as some of these cattails. You could also continue to add things until it was completely full, but I was happy with the way this looked. Project number 4 is using one of these round frames that I found at a thrift store. I'm also using some of these Dollar Tree florals and some jute twine. I'm using the twine to actually tie on the florals. These florals, as I said, are from Dollar Tree and they were really pretty. And I'm also going to be adding in some of these muted colored orange berries. I tied these stems in the middle, and then I'm going to add another tie at both ends. Now I'm going to be adding in some of those orange berries. I am removing the leaf that's on them, and I'm using that wire to wire the berries onto the floral stems. Instead of adding a bow, I'm using some of this paper ribbon that I got at the thrift store for 25 cents. And I'm just going to be cutting pieces of it and folding it in half and attaching that to the arrangement. I am using a thin wire to attach the paper ribbon to the arrangement. I think this is definitely a unique fall arrangement. The last project today is probably my favorite. I'm starting with some of these Dollar Tree roses, 3 white, 3 orange, and 3 yellow. I did not have the right colors of spray paint for all of them, but I am going to use this kind of cream-colored white spray paint on the white roses. And just for the record, that does work much easier. For the yellow ones, I'm mixing together antique wax and sandstone. I'm using just a touch of antique wax just to make it a bit darker than the sandstone. And I'm going to be adding quite a bit of water in there as well so that we can essentially stain these roses. I do use a paintbrush to help me get in all of the little nooks and crannies. I continued this process for the other 2 yellow roses as well. For the orange roses, I used just antique wax and water, and we will just repeat the same process as with the yellow roses and dip the orange ones into the mixture until all 3 are dyed. You can already tell how pretty this one's going to be. Now, this dyeing process certainly did not color all of the roses, but I think that's what kind of gives them their charm and makes them look a little bit more realistic. Once the roses are completely dry, I'm using some very small clear rubber bands to put around the base just to hold them together to make them look more like a bud. And then I'm using this box from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put them in rows of 3. It gives it kind of an ombre look. Most people think of red, pink, or white when you think of roses, but I've actually seen some wedding flowers that were latte colored roses, and they were the absolute most beautiful things I've ever seen. I want to give you some other ways that you could also style these. You could use one of these acrylic boxes from Dollar Tree with the lid on it to make it look more like the Forever Rose collection. You could also use one of the acrylic drawers that they have at Dollar Tree and just use the drawer, or you could place the box on top like this. My daughter actually has one like this, and she keeps jewelry in the drawer. I absolutely love the way this turned out, and I hope you like it too. Please let me know in the comments which project was your favorite today. And don't forget to check out the playlist listed in the description box below, as well as all of our beautiful hosts today. Thanks again to Missy, Emily, and Linda. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.